students, welcome to Next Biology, learning biology at the next level. So in today's lecture, we'll be learning about the endocrine system. So what do you mean by endocrine system? Endocrine system consists of several glands or glandular cells which bring about the common function of chemical coordination in the body. Almost all endocrine glands act in a coordinated manner. They activate each other and work as a system of organs and hence they are called as a endocrine system. So students हमने क्या देखा कि endocrine system में बहुत सारे glands, glandular cells का involvement है जो कि एक common function करते हैं that is the chemical coordination in the body और ऑलमोस्ट सारे endocrine glands एक coordinated manner में काम करते हैं एक दूसरे को एक्टिवेट करते हैं और इसीलिए एक पूरा सिस्टम बन जाता है और इसे हम एंडोक्राइन सिस्टम कहते हैं. So now what are the differences between endocrine glands and the exocrine glands, which are as follows. So endocrine glands are ductless glands. They secrete hormones and they are responsible for chemical coordination in the body. Whereas exocrine glands have ducts, they secrete enzymes and they enhance the rate of chemical reaction in the body. So students, you can study this with the help of a diagram that this is a blood vessel and in the close proximity is the location of endocrine gland and it has its secretion, that is the hormones contained in it. So it will release into the bloodstream directly into the blood vessel. Whereas on the other hand, if we talk about the exocrine gland, so they will have a system of ducts, like this is the main duct and here is the opening of another duct and it is in continuation with this exocrine gland. So this is a exocrine gland and this is a endocrine gland, and the exocrine gland will have its secretion as enzymes in it which will travel through the duct and get ultimately poured into the another duct. So with this basic understanding, now we can study further. So students, endocrine glands, as we know now, that they secrete chemical substance that is called as hormone. Now these hormones are extremely important secretion for the regulation of body activities. Now how will you define a hormone? So hormone is defined as a secretion from some glandular part of the body which is poured directly into the blood and acts on target organs or cells of the same individual, thus bringing about the coordination between distinct parts of the body. Also, a hormone can be defined in another way, that is, hormones are secretions from specific cell or glands in the body and are carried to all parts through blood, but their effect is produced in one or more specific part, target organ or cells only. So students, this also we can see with the help of a diagram which will serve as a easy purpose of understanding. Like for example, this is the blood vessel. So this is the blood vessel traveling first straight and then upwards. Then I am drawing over here a endocrine gland which is situated very closely to the blood vessel and this is its secretion, that is the hormone. Now we will consider for example purpose, over here is a tissue B and over here is another tissue that I will name as the A, and for example this is our target tissue. Okay, now the hormone, when it will be secreted by the endocrine gland, that is it does not have a duct, that is it is a ductless gland, it will get directly poured into the blood and it will travel with the help of a circulatory system throughout the body via blood. So it will travel in this blood vessel and ultimately reach the target tissue, that is the tissue A. So now the hormone will have its effect, its action on this tissue A only and not on tissue B, as hormones are very specific in their action. Now with this we will move further and see some general properties of hormones. See, hormones are secreted from their source, that is it is an endocrine gland, directly into the blood. So in this case also the hormone was getting secreted directly into the blood. They regulate the physiological processes by chemical means, and they affect the enzyme systems of the body. They act on target organs or cells usually away from their source. So in our example diagram also, this was the endocrine gland which we had drawn, endocrine gland, and the target tissue was this tissue A, which was far away from the location of endocrine gland. Now the hormones produced in one species usually show similar influence in the other species, produced in very small quantities and are biologically very active. Chemically, some hormones are peptide nature, that is, they are proteins such as insulin, which are water soluble. Some are amine derived from amino acids such as adrenaline hormone, which is again a water soluble hormone. And some are steroid nature, that is, they are derived from cholesterol such as testosterone, which is a lipid soluble hormone. Now, their excess due to hypersecretion or oversecretion of the hormone, or if there is a deficiency in the body, that is due to hyposecretion or undersecretion, both these will lead to serious consequences in the body. The hormones are not stored in the body and are excreted from the system. Now let's see some differences between the hormonal control and the nervous control in the body. The hormonal control are usually slow as because they are transmitted chemically through the blood. They affect different organs. The effect is short term or long lasting. They can affect growth, can bring about specific chemical changes and regulate metabolism. It cannot be modified by learning from previous experiences. Whereas if you will see the nervous control, they are immediate and rapidly transmitted because they are transmitted electrochemically through the nerve fibers and chemically across the synapses. It affects only particular muscle or gland. The effect is only short-lived and it cannot affect growth. Very important point. Nervous control cannot affect growth, whereas the hormonal control can affect growth. It does not influence chemical changes and cannot regulate metabolism. The nervous control can be modified to some extent by learning from previous experiences. Now, with this, we are in a position that we can see what are the types of endocrine glands in the body. And this different types of glands we will remember with the help of a head to toe technique. As when we remember things in an orderly, well structured manner, we remember it for a longer period of time. So hypothalamus, pituitary and pineal gland, these three glands are present in the brain. Thyroid and parathyroid gland along with thymus is located in the neck region. Pancreas in the abdomen region. Adrenal gland on the top of kidney as a cap-like structure. And the testes and ovaries are the respective reproductive organs in males and females. Now let's see the same glands with the help of a diagram, as diagram will help us to create a visual memory in our brain. So as I told you, hypothalamus, pineal gland and the pituitary gland, these three are located in the brain region. Then if we come down, then we can see the parathyroid gland and the thyroid gland in the neck region, and below that is the location of thymus gland, just below the thyroid gland. So this is the thymus gland. And if we come further down, see here you can see the stomach, and just below the stomach and just behind it, I am drawing it with a dotted line. This is the location of the pancreas. And next is the adrenal gland, located on top of kidney as a cap-like structure. Then if we come further down, then we can see the location of ovaries and the testes in males and ovaries in females. These are the respective reproductive organs having a endocrine role in our body. The same can be studied with the help of another diagram. The hypothalamus, pituitary and the pineal gland located in the brain, thyroid and parathyroid in the neck region, and below them is the location of thymus gland. Next location is that of the pancreas in the abdomen region, and the adrenal glands on top of kidney in a cap-like structure. And lastly, the ovaries and the testes. I hope you must have liked the video. Thanks for listening. Thank you for watching the video.